It's not looking good for Salt Lake County's public safety bond. Votes are still being counted, but so far it is failing. News specialist Lindsay Ertz is here with details. And Lindsay, what happens if it does fail?
Yeah, the mayor's office says a lot of options are on the table, but one county council member we spoke with sees the potential failure of this bond as a big blow.
I'm really sad about it. I just feel like public safety is our #1 priority in Salt Lake County.
Making up a 14,000 vote deficit for the Salt Lake County's public safety bond doesn't seem likely, says County Councilwoman Amy Winder-Newton.
We haven't added jail beds in over 23 years, and yet our population's grown by 300,000 people. So this is devastating.
The mayor's office didn't want to comment until all of the votes were counted, but her office says pass or fail, they plan to meet with community and county leaders to come up with next steps. The bond would have combined 2 jails into one, closing Oxbow, adding beds and services to their high security jail, and building a justice and accountability center for low-level offenders. Winder-Newton says their options now: keep the status quo.
If we keep it and we keep limping by, we're going to be having to put millions of dollars into deferred maintenance, which is just not a good use of tax dollars.
Another option, a different type of bond that could still require raising county property taxes to build that Justice and Accountability Center.
The downside of doing a lease revenue bond, too, is it looks like to voters we're just flipping the bird and saying, sorry, I know you voted no, but we're going to do it anyway. So as a policymaker, like, that gives me a lot of heartburn.
A third option, Winder-Newton said, was using some money the county has saved to build that center, then trying to bond again in 2026 for additional beds.
I want to dive into the numbers and really understand what is best for taxpayers and what also takes care of our public safety needs.
Winder-Newton says it's cities who may be the most disappointed because their police are often the ones seeing offenders and back up on the streets, sometimes within hours.
And so they are frustrated. They recognize that there's a need there, and so we've got to move forward and figure out what the right solution is.
Now, there are still outstanding ballots. Salt Lake County tells me about 65,000 at this point. They plan to release more on Tuesday by 7 o'clock. They technically have until the 19th to count all those ballots. Reporting in Salt Lake County for KSL 5 News, I'm Lindsay Ertz.